Crabman from Crabman Gaming here. Today's video is every game I own. The PlayStation Vita edition. I own over 3,000 games on systems across Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, Sega and more. Each video will bring you one console or handheld, and if you do enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe. If you comment, I will comment back. Let's get started. You can also check out the playlists. So we're on to the PlayStation Vita, a system I absolutely love. Here is my Vita that I've had since 2012, and I've kind of got my trophy list up here. It doesn't have every single trophy, because if the game is crossover, like I couldn't find Persona 4 Golden on there, but here's where I played The Walking Dead through, and lots of other cool games that I've played on here. Let you have a little scan through. Danganronpa, one of my favorites as well. Steins Gate, that I originally played on here, and Smart As that I'm playing at the moment. And Touch My Katamari was my first game. I do recommend these grips because they make it a lot easier to hold, and I still have my original box. Now, I didn't actually buy this on release. There's a Wi-Fi model and the one, I think it was like the 3G one that you could connect for mobile data, which was a lot more expensive. But I actually bought this about a year after release, and you'll see we have the original receipt of the person that I bought it from. I actually bought this for $110. I think people soured on the Vita quite quickly, but $338 this guy bought it for. I don't know what came with the starter pack. Golden Abyss was $59, and a 4 gig memory card was $25. Contentious issue, these memory cards. I've actually got a 64 gigabyte one that I managed to buy off somebody, and I think it was like maybe $60 or $70, which is was pretty good deal really. So this is what the box looks like. I know we're going through the games, but I've got the box here. We've got the quick start guide, so it's good to buy it like complete in box. Normally you just get the console or the handheld if you know, if you're buying it second hand off someone. So you'll be familiar if you have a Vita, but I'm not sure if perhaps you've seen what comes in the box. I don't think anyone really used these as well. These are AR cards. Sony tried to make these a bit of a thing. I'm not even sure if I've ever used those, to be honest. So I'm not even sure if that code works down there. Let's get these out of the way. And really the rest in here is just a pretty basic instruction manual, and this is in here as well. Well, we've got like 55 games as well. I forgot to mention that at the start, so it's going to be a fairly lengthy video, but hopefully you enjoy it. This is what the back looks like of the box. I think this thing staying connected was really a big thing, but new ways to play, superior gaming. And I also have as well, if I slide this out of the way, later on I bought the PlayStation TV, which is actually really hard to find now. Look, in all honesty, I didn't use it that much. It was kind of the Persona 4 Golden device, and I've actually got a video you can check out on my channel as well, which is 10 PS Vita games that actually work on the PlayStation TV. The problem was, you use this with a PS3 controller, or I think you can use it with a PS4 controller as well, but it doesn't have like the touch panels like on the Vita, like this back touch. So it made a lot of the games incompatible. So you bought this was $149 from JB Hi-Fi, but I bought this secondhand for $40. I'm always hunting for bargains, so I don't regret buying it for $40. I just didn't use it that much, but I know these are very hard to find now, and to track one down, at least in Australia, is going to cost you at least over $100. So let's get on to the games. First game, Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. There was a few kind of ports and games that went over. I do like the little cartridges, and at least you get a book here in the early days of the Vita. But if you got a favorite Vita game, post down below. I think mine is definitely Persona 4 Golden. I think that was the game, but I think it's called Tales from Outer Space Mutant Blobs Attack. That was just a downloadable game. I like that a lot. And also the Danganronpa series as well. Here's BlazBlue Continual Shift Extend, and this is on the 10 games that work. Oh, look, I picked this up from Cashies years and years ago, probably, or unless the person before me did. Oh no, look, I did. There you go, $12. It's a long time ago now. And it's got a weird book. Like, this seems to just be like a Vita book rather than an actual game book to have. So one last little look at BlazBlue. Now, I haven't even opened this because I actually had this on PS3, which is Borderlands 2, and I'm still amazed they managed to get this full PS3 game onto the Vita. I had already played it on the PS3, but I think I got, as with a lot of these games, I actually got a lot of these on clearance as they were getting bumped out of stores. So some I have that I haven't played, I like to keep for the collection, and some I just haven't played, but you know, some were full price. But when you have over 3,000 games, you do need to go on bargain hunting. But here's a series I absolutely love. It's a lot more accessible now than it's ever been before, but kind of in that this was originally a PSP game in Japan, and then it was brought to the Vita. So if you haven't played Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, Danganronpa 2 and Danganronpa V3, I highly recommend it. They are just fantastic games. They've all been kind of re-released on the Xbox and Steam and the PS like 4-5 store, so they're a lot easier. I think there's a duology with 1 and 2, and there's a trilogy with the 3, so no excuse for you not to play. Monokuma, an absolutely terrifying but amazing villain of the game, and this first one is really, really good. Like, don't look up how to beat the trials, don't look up what happens, just let it all be a surprise. I replayed this a couple of years ago, I think when it was on Game Pass, so I really enjoyed playing that again. So that leads us into Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. This is kind of like twice the length of 1, but in my opinion, it's just as good. And here's where I found it. I think I found it for, I'll let you have a look at the back while I have a little scan. It was a pretty good price. I think one I found online somewhere, it was $21.01, which is a very, very unusual. And I'll try and show you, but the receipt's so faded that I don't think it's going to actually show up, which is a bit of a shame. And I bought something else for $14, which I can't seem to work out what it is. But my little tip is to tuck your receipts like in the game, and then, hey, you know where your receipts are, even though that one is a little bit faded. And we got more Danganronpa. Now, I feel a little bit disappointed about this one. Ultra Despair Girls Danganronpa, another episode. I really wanted to like it. It's in this kind of weird 3D world, and it features a couple of characters from the first 2 games. I wanted to like it. I really didn't like it as much as I wanted to. So this is not an essential playthrough. I have some regret that when I went to buy V3, I had a choice between PS4 and Vita, and now V3 on the Vita is one of the most expensive, like, kind of regular games you can get on the Vita. It's like $150 game. So yeah, I kind of wish I had the full trilogy on the Vita, but I don't. A game I absolutely love. I love it so much that I replayed it again here on the Vita. I had this originally, Disgaea 3, Absence of Detention. In my opinion, I'll just say my favourite. I don't want to say it's the best, but it's my favourite of the Disgaea games that I've played. Maybe you have a favourite. But I played this so much. I remember putting like 45 hours into the PS3 version, and I had like 2 trophies. So I didn't quite get to the game-ending, game-breaking, trillions of damage levels of Disgaea, but I gave it a good playthrough and then played it again here on the Vita, which was cool. I like it a lot. I think 4's on the Vita as well. I think I might have just had that downloadable though. Here was one of the early games. Had a bit of criticism for being really like a bit of a mobile port. So Dungeon Hunter Alliance, just a bit of a dungeon crawler. Believe like bit of a kind of Diablo kind of clone ripoff. Comes with a book, so that's pretty unusual. The early games tended to come with books, and then after that, there weren't really as many books as you'll find going on later. But I don't think this is an expensive game if you want to pick this up now. A game I love. I probably put, I don't want to say the most hours, but I put a lot of hours into this game on the Vita. This game is so much fun just to pop in. I'm not sure if in America it's called Hot Shots Golf, or by the Vita they transitioned over to Everybody's Golf, but it's been around since at least the PS1 days. Really, really fun. Doesn't take itself too seriously. It does get a bit challenging though. Don't worry about the code, but it's just to go online. Not even sure if it's online anymore. The cart's still in there. So let me know if you've played Hot Shots Golf, because I like it quite a lot. And I think in this version you can also play as Cat from Gravity Rush. Game that came out, a launch title I believe, is FIFA Football. Look, very, very solid. I believe it's based on FIFA 11 at the time. So, you know, you can't really go wrong. You kind of knew what you were getting with FIFA. It got a bit contentious later, like with the Vita titles and like the Nintendo Switch titles, where it was just roster updates later on. They didn't bother developing new games. So I think FIFA 13 here, I'm not sure if FIFA 13 was like from FIFA 12, so they were still developing, but I've also got FIFA 15, and you can see Legacy Edition. So probably you may as well stick with FIFA Football. There's some cool touch features that you can use as well on FIFA Football, and they're still kind of there for 13 and 15, but they're a little bit more gimmicky. Try and pick these up because these are not that expensive. So I can't actually remember where I got 15 from, but you know, we've got FIFA. I mean, any of them are fine. So it doesn't matter if you don't have a game and you pick up 15. There's no real problem with picking one of the later ones up. Just know that it's probably going to run off the FIFA 12 engine. And I got a little bit gypped on this game because I ordered this from EB Games Online, but Football Manager Classic, I played so much Football Manager back in the day. I used to be a little bit addicted. I think this was like $9 online, and then they sent me the stupid dodgy case, and yeah, then I never returned it. So never really played this on the Vita. I think because I was in the middle of putting a billion hours into Football Manager on Steam. Haven't really played it for, I think about 2016 was about the last one I played, but for a lot of years Football Manager was my go-to on the computer because I had a Mac, so really not many games would work, and Football Manager would. Alright, another early game, it tends to be highly regarded, is Freedom Wars. I kind of played the first half an hour-ish, again, which I've said in a lot of my videos, but when you have 3,000 games, you don't stop playing games because they're not good. You just have other things to play, and sometimes you feel like a little bit of a dabble and get in there. So yeah, if you like it, let me know. Kind of a slightly rarer game, the God of War Collection, where this is also on the PS3. I have this on the PS3 as 1 and 2 collection. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same, but it contains the first two games. I know on the PS3 there's like some bonus videos and stuff that you're probably not going to get here because it's on a cartridge, but you get the first two God of War games, which are great. So it's probably a good idea to release this. They probably play quite nicely on the Vita, you know, being PlayStation 2 games originally. Next is Invisibles, hard to say. I've got 2 copies. I don't really know why, but one's sealed, so I'm not really a big person to buy and keep sealed games, but you know, if I have them already and the game, I think this is like $5 or $10 to like rebuy the game. Oh, there's some cards in here too. It's kind of an AR included. Augmented reality never really became a thing. You know, a game there, so it wasn't very expensive, so I've got a second copy, so I thought might as well keep a sealed copy there. No point in opening it if I've already got one. These collection games are quite collectible and not super cheap. The Vita's gone up in price a lot. Like there's some common titles like your FIFAs you can nab for $10 or $20, but some games are becoming quite sought after. We've got the Jack and Daxter trilogy, and I believe that all 3 are on the cart. So what would happen sometimes, I can find my receipt there, what would happen sometimes is it would have 1 or 2 games on the cart and then you'd have to download it. I know that was the case with Final Fantasy, is you got the first game and then you had to download 10.2 as a DLC. But there we go, look, pick that up over 10 years ago now. Gee, time flies, $25. Yeah, that was a pretty good deal. I'm not even sure if this store's still here anymore. I'd say probably not. I played this in my works on the PlayStation TV, and I actually had a good time playing through a good bit of Killzone Mercenary. It just feels a shame the series seems to have vanished. Very popular in the kind of early PS3 days. Not really sure why. Yeah, it seems to have gone off the radar. You probably know it'd be something to do with the publisher, I'm sure, but very good game for the Vita. The graphics hold up, and I think this was released in like 2012 or maybe 2013. It's just a shame. Kind of the Vita felt like it had so much more potential than really what we got. We got so many good games for it. I mean, people say, oh, the Vita had no games. I'm showing you 50 games right now. I mean, is that not enough? But I think the absolute AAA bangers weren't quite there. Release title, Little Deviants. I think this reviewed quite poorly, at about 50 or 60 on Metacritic. So, yeah, I'm not going to lie. I haven't played it. I don't really know where I got it from. But it is a game, and it came out early, and I have it. So, but a game I do like a lot, and I have played this on the Vita, and obviously the PS3, and Sackboy on the PS5. That was a great launch title. Is Little Big Planet PS Vita Edition. So exactly like playing it on the PS3. Oh, let's have a look how much I look at this. So this is exactly what would happen. I'll just get my bank details off the bottom, even though they do cross out most of it. Little Big Planet Vita, $9. So this was when I was trying to, get lots of games. Well, I mean, I'm still do. What have I got here? And there's something else. Everybody's Golf for the PS Vita, $11.50. This was in 2015. So I know the Vita came out around 2012. So it's like 3 years in. It feels like that was the sweet spot for kind of retailers to be saying, yeah, the Vita, it's done. Let's just start, chucking the games out for cheap and getting rid of them. So I feel like it's kind of happening with PS4 a lot now. So I'm trying to harvest up as many of those as possible. Now, I think this is my most expensive, or it's either the most or near the top of my list. It's over $100 Australian to find this game, Lost Dimension. So I've only played this a little bit, and it's also on the PS3. So I think most people bought the PS3 version, and they didn't really buy this version. So I'm going to tell you, I've got receipts everywhere. I'm going to let you have a little look at the back, if you have a little read through, how much this game was, because it's over $100 now. Oh, here it is, Lost Dimension. Hopefully you can read it on there if you can't. $23. And I also bought Lego Marvel Superheroes for the PS4, and that was $25. So found, one game that went on to become quite difficult to find, and another one that's probably worth like $5 now. So, it's not all hits. Sometimes there's hits, sometimes there's misses. A game I love. I love this game so much. I can't tell you how much I love this game, but it's Luminous Electronic Symphony, an amazing puzzle game. This is on the PSP, and it's probably what I played almost the most on the PSP. But this was $10 from JB Hi-Fi. I can see my upside down receipt in there as well. And you do get a cool book, so I might show you the book, because I think we've all seen. Oh no, the sticker's stuck on there. Oh no. Oh no, no. Oh, pain. Pain. I'm not even going to rip it off because I nearly ripped the cover. I did rip the cover. Okay, let's have a look. Is the Luminous book good? It makes me want to play Luminous. There's a PS5 game coming out. I think I've wishlisted it. So it'd be either it's come out by the time this video is out, or it's coming out very shortly. I'm down for more Luminous. I've also played it on the PS4. Sometimes it's just like you just sit and chill and just vibe along to the soundtrack, have a good time. play a level for about 45 minutes, and just enjoy it, just enjoy the music. So Luminous, I love. This game I bought in Singapore. That's why it doesn't have the Australian rating. When I went to Singapore, I think this was around 2016, I was amazed at how many Vita games they had in the game store that I found, because in Australia by 2016 they're pretty much all gone. So I don't think I had to make a bit of a quick choice because we had a lot to do. So Mind Zero is there's probably some pronunciation there as well. I popped this on the Vita games list, so you can see me playing through this for a little bit as well. Kind of like a detective story, but I haven't really played it through. You know, there's always things on the list. I do have Minecraft, because I think everyone has Minecraft. I have Minecraft on, you know, virtually everything. But I've got good old Big W selling, probably clearing Minecraft out in all honesty. So I've kept this sealed because I think I already had this like on the system, and I had this on the PS3 anyway. So yeah, you can cross save it if you want to keep going. That was a feature. It was like cross save and cross buy. But Minecraft's still going strong all these years later. So yeah, that one is sealed. And a game, I played an absolute shed load of this game, and I think these were the games that probably made it such a big hit in Japan. I know they've got their own version, which wink wink you might see later, but MLB The Show just played so well, and I remember playing this so often, and I probably have one of my rarest trophies of my entire trophy list, which was like win a game on like extreme legend difficulty, with there's some really, really bizarre stipulation you need to meet, and I somehow did it. So yeah, it has, I think when I looked online, it's like a 0.01% trophy to be achieved. So this was really, really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. The next game is a game I absolutely loved on the Wii. They kind of updated a little bit for the Vita, and that's New Little King Story. Again, a game that is quite valuable now. I think heading up towards that $100 mark. Obviously, I bought it for $25 from Cashies, and you know, never bothered to take the sticker off, which I normally do, which is a little bit surprising for me. So let's check out the inside. I mean, we don't need to look that it was $25 on my receipt, because you get a book, and it was also on the front cover. So I played a little bit of this. I probably played this for like a couple of hours, but not as much as the Wii version. I know it was a bit of a sleeper hit during the Wii era, and we'll get to those Wii videos later. It might take a while because they have well over 100 Wii games, but I love Little King Story back when I originally had a Wii. Alright, another game that's brutally hard, but Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus. This is the Sigma sign right here, in case you know, I like it helps it puts it on there for you. So I think there's a second one on the Vita, but I might be mistaking it with the PS3, because these are also Ninja Gaiden games were on the PS3 as well. There was a lot of crossover at the time, so I think it's kind of stuck together. Ugh. Well, I'm not even going to try getting that apart. So if you've played this on the Vita, and if you've platinumed this, you're an absolute master, because I don't think many people have at all. A game that I'll probably butcher the pronunciation of, but another PS3 Vita crossover, another valuable game for the Vita is Odin Fear Liftrazer. Probably butchered it, I'm so sorry. But I think it's from Vanillaware, and this was $39 from EB. Yeah, they also Grand Kingdom. I hate that game so much. I have a story about Grand Kingdom. I probably should save it for the PS4 video, but I wanted to buy Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness, and I pre-ordered it, and I was coming up, and I had 2 weeks off, and I just wanted to play a cool new Star Ocean game, and the reviews were like 48, so I was like, well, I'm not buying it for $100 if the game's terrible. and then I saw Grand Kingdom had been released on the same day. Bought it, hated it, cost me $100. I'm still filthy. I thought I'll buy it, it might become one of those rare games. Oh, it didn't. It was like $20 in next to no time, so feel a bit aggrieved still. Now, this is what the machine was all about, the updated version of Persona 4. It's called Persona 4 Golden, and this was the reason most people wanted a Vita. I found this second copy for like $5 somewhere, so I just keep it in here. But I ordered this in from the UK, that's why it doesn't have the Australian rating on there. And beaten it, love it, one of my favourite games of all time. Currently actually playing through it for a second time on the PS4. I'm dabbling back in. I'm about 25 hours in, but I've seen they're also remaking Persona 4 Golden for like the PS4 5, kind of in the vein of the Persona 3 update they did. So yeah, I'm probably going to hold off and play it through again when it gets re-released. But I love it. But it also goes into a game I was a bit skeptical about, Persona 4 Dancing All Night. I thought, oh, spin-offs, you know, is it going to be any good? Love it, platinumed it. I've actually platinumed 3, 4, and 5, all the dancing games. Played this again on the PS4. Loved this a lot. Next game is PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Now, I already had this on the PS3, so I never got around to opening this. Kind of trying to be their version of the Smash Brothers series. I think it was decent. It was just, I don't know, I think if you're into these games, you played Smash Brothers and kind of got forgotten about to time, so kept this sealed. Harvey Norman, so they actually still sell games now, but I don't know who buys games from there. Someone must do, but it used to be near where I lived, so occasionally I would duck in if I heard about a sale or see if there was anything good going on. This is a JB Hi-Fi special, PlayStation Vita Pets. Look, this isn't actually sealed. This is their reseal that they used to do, because I think they used to just keep the game in there and they could put it on the shelf without like having to store thousands of games in the drawers. But $5, I've always wanted to give this a go. Again, kind of PlayStation's version of Nintendogs, but I haven't given it a go. I've always wanted to. I haven't. Game I had very early on. This is an absolutely incredible game. You know it's an early game because it comes with a book, and that is Rayman Origins. This, I think Metacritic is over 90 for this game. It's fantastic. You should play it either here or on the PS4. I think they're the same game. But there's lots of Rayman games. You can't really go wrong. I used to really like Rayman Raving Rabbids on the Wii, so you might see an appearance later. Another launch title that actually reviewed very poorly is Reality Fighters. I think you just put your own face and stuff in the game to create your own fighter. It's supposed to be you, but it just wasn't very good. So yeah, I found it sealed, which is pretty unusual, but I haven't ever played it. Now, this is actually the game I'm playing at the moment, which is why the cart's not in there. I kind of like having this around because you can dabble away, and you can play like the brain game like once a day, and that's pretty cool. So again, PlayStation had a lot of their own spin-offs. This is like brain training on the DS, but I actually liked it a lot. So I've played it for quite a long time, but I just got it back out not so long ago to give it a little play. Another early game, Soul Sacrifice, like an RPG type game. I have to be honest, I haven't actually played this. I meant to play it. $10, instant cash. I'll check it out. So yeah, $10 in 2015. It really feels like 2015 was that sweet spot of, yeah, this console's on its way out. If we've got a Vita game, see you later. Because even in like thrift stores and stuff now, or online, you don't really see people selling Vita games. I think they got rid of them. Now, I can't believe I actually found this physical copy, because I'm not sure how many there are, but Steins Gate, and my heart loves this game. This is actually, I actually played it first on the Vita. It may have been It may have been a PS Plus game, but it might not have been. I might have just bought it. I can't remember. But I played it digitally first, and then I was just so enraptured to find a copy of this, like, on the Vita, because there's a copy on the PS3, but that's hard to find as well. And this is when I went to the Nyan Nyan Squared Cafe in Akihabara in Japan, and you get a little card. It had some like fried chickens and crispy chicken #1, or juicy chicken #1, and yeah, it was like a maid cafe. It was really cool. So I played this and Zero as well, which I don't think I have a physical copy of. I think just digital. This game I love. I played this. I think this was like a 65-hour playthrough for me. Tales of Hearts R. I think it was originally on the Nintendo DS, but it was just in Japan. So what have I bought here? I think I pre-ordered this, but yeah, $50. So I pre-ordered. Oh no, order cancel The Walking Dead. I don't know why I cancelled that. Maybe I'd already bought it. Who knows? But amazing game. I love the Tales series. I was trying to remember all the Tales games I played in a different video, and I probably forgot one. But from memory, just memory, obviously played Hearts R, Abyss. I've played. What's my favourite one? Oh, I've currently forgotten it. It's just been released. I've played Arise. I've played Berseria. Grace's F, that's my favourite. Zillia 1, Zillia 2. Zesteria I played, but not till the end. And I've probably forgotten about 3 more of those. Symphonia I've played. Vesperia I've played. So yeah, heaps. I actually have this. I think this was PS Plus. So that's the reason I haven't opened this, because this was always on my system. What I really liked for Tearaway is that you'd use the environment really well, and you'd like tap the back a lot for stuff. So I did like it, and I played it, not to the end, but I did play it. Okay, my next game is The Muppets Movie Adventure. And what was interesting about this, I'm going to say it was like a couple of years ago, but like probably 22 or 23. Sometimes JB find like one Vita game or one PS3 game or one Wii game that I've probably bought, and they're on clearance. I have a feeling this was like $1, but I bought some stuff. Yeah, here we go. This is when I've absolutely got the clearance. First, I'm going to show you what year it was. So I have a feeling this was like last year, but it wasn't. So this was, let me see, look, 2021. So bear in mind, this is 4 years ago, but this is what I found at this JB Hi-Fi. They must have found this stock somewhere, and you can see at the bottom, the clearance. It says down the bottom, items priced for clearance. So PlayStation Vita Muppets, $1. Remember Me for the PS3, $10. I remember seeing this game in that store for years, and it was $80, and it was like 2020. And I'm like, it's still $80. This game came out 8 years ago. Anyway, Rugby for $1. Wii U Your Shape Fitness, $1. Move Fitness, $1. Doom on PS4, $1. Dead Island Riptide, $1. Tropico 6, Xbox 360, $1. Kirby's Epic Yarn, $5 for the 3DS. Beyond Two Souls, $1. So for $23, I got all those games. And hey, I thought it was a pretty good deal. So sometimes you just got to be in the right place at the right time. Another compilation, kind of PS2 compilation, is the Sly trilogy. So you got Sly 1, 2, and 3. But yeah, this is what I used to find so annoying. So this probably doesn't even work anymore. Download Sly 3. So you've only got Sly 1 and 2 on the cartridge. I hate it when companies do this, because for game preservation, it's really terrible. It's like, I bought this game, probably in clearance, but I bought this game, and if I want to play this in 2025 or 2026, I'm probably not going to be able to download it off the store. I might be able to, but I might not. So, always a bit frustrating. My first physical Vita game was this one. When I had Golden Abyss, but one I bought myself was Touch My Katamari. So I love the Katamari series. I actually just played a little bit of re-rolled on the PS5 just recently. I think the criticism was it was just like an amalgamation of Damacy and Katamari Forever. So I didn't mind so much, but I think long-term fans were a little bit disappointed. A game I've played heaps. I love this so much. Virtua Tennis 4. I played this so much. The World Tour mode was amazing. This is a game, if you have a Vita, this game plays beautifully. This is the kind of game that you want because it plays so well. We're nearing the end of the regular games, but we got Virtue's Last Reward, and I actually played this. I've got this a little bit mixed up. I found this in Kuala Lumpur, which I bought, and I had played 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, but I haven't played Virtue's Last Reward. But it does work on the PS Vita, so you can give that a go. A series, I played this, I did like it. I've been meaning to get into the other games, I just haven't, but Ys Memories of Celceta, kind of a cool action RPG. You go running around the world killing stuff, is pretty cool. This was $28, so I'm going to say that's a good deal for Ys on the Vita. I want to play like 9 and 10. I think it's called, is it like Monstrous Nox? And that's the end of the regular games. So I got a few oddities and some Japanese games to go through with you. Weird oddities like buying this, and I'll just cover up the voucher even though I've used it. But this came in a case, but you got Worms, Velocity, and Ollie Ollie to download. So I'm not sure why it came in this without a little slot. The contentious things were the memory card. So when I got this Vita with a 4 gig card, and then I remember buying this 16 gig card, and I think it was like $70. It was very expensive. Got a couple of Lucy's, Gravity Rush, Uncharted, and Little Big Planet. I also found this, I think, on clearance as well. I still feel, even though this was on clearance, I got a little bit duped with this because Epic Mickey 2 is a Vita game, but all these are PSP games, but it doesn't really tell you that. So you feel like you're getting, and I think this thing was like $50, and then I think I got it on clearance for 10 or 20 or something, I cannot remember, but you feel like you're getting 6 games in this pack and a 8 gigabyte memory card, but you weren't. So I don't know if it was like, hey, wink wink, you're buying a memory card, and you get some like free games. But yeah, I felt a bit disappointed that these were all PSP games. All right, moving on though. Japanese games, which I bought most of these when I was in Japan. I post them back to Australia, so you can check out that video. But this game is CL No Surge. So I do have 2 of the RCL games. I got Artanelico Koga, and I got RCL something Unborn Sky. It's gone out of my brain at the moment. I just more bought these for fun because in Japan there were Vita games everywhere, especially at like Book Offs or Surugaya or something. If you go to the like secondhand stores, there'll be heaps of Vita games, and they'll be like under $5. So most of these were like they're like 270 yen. So I've got this one. I think I had God Eater 2 posted to me from Japan. There was a few years ago where I think stores were trying to get started, so they'd buy these like $2 or $3 games and then start a store, and you could get them posted for like under $10. So that was interesting. I found a Minecraft Vita when I was in Japan. I think this was like $3. So I just thought, hey, look, it's really cool to like pick it up. You can see like your cool like little Japanese insets. So I thought while I was there, let's give that a big go. We've got a 3-for-1 special coming up next, which is Jikyu Powerufu. I've butchered that. Jikyu Powerfuru Pro Yakyu Baseball. So these are very, very common kind of like stylized baseball games. Japanese love their baseball games. So these come out every year. I think these were like I think some of these were $3, but I think some of these were even like $1, like 100 yen. Like, please take it. No one wants these, because if they want them, they already have them. So they, yeah, were pretty cheap indeed. Like most of these games, especially if they like have online components, no longer really active. But Phantasy Star Nova, remember playing Phantasy Star like years ago on the on like a friend's Gamecube. But I kind of liked buying these for like all these cool kind of insets that you get. No idea what's going on here, but you can have a look. Just codes, you know, use them if you want. Japanese fans, if you want to use them, if they're still active, go for it. And, you know, you get kind of like a mini book. Mini book. But, I mean, they're cool things, I think, for, like, I enjoy having. We've got Sword Art Online. I've never really got into that series, but there's a lot of those games on the, especially on the PS4. There's, like, heaps of them. So, again, like, I think under $5 and probably closer to like $3. The next I actually had posted to me, but I found in a nope, not yet, but this one, which is, if I remember, let's delve into the memory banks, Utano Prince Summer Music 3. So rhythm games are probably your best bet to try and play. I actually think I got this off the Surugaya store and had it posted. They had a big sale probably like a year or so back. And there was like a sale and like free shipping, so nabbed a few. And it's like a cool rhythm game. So if you can get past the menus and figure out what's going on, the game's actually pretty cool. So it kind of leads into my next 3, which I bought online. I think I bought these off eBay, and they weren't kind of gone in the wrong order here. There we go, 1, 2, 3, which is Skull Island Paradise. I think it's like Bibi. Skull Island Paradise. I don't really know. I mean, if you're from Japan, you'll know the series better than me. But basically, it's like 3 rhythm games, so they're fun to play. They got some cool, catchy songs. Reminds me of like Persona 4, Dancing All Night. So essentially, it's the same vibe. And if you can work out how to get into the song list, you can have a good time. We're up to my final video, which is Professional Baseball Spirits 2019. What I do like about this is they're still making Vita games in 2019 in Japan. So 7-8 years later, they've still got games coming out. It looks amazing. I actually played this on my special Vita video, so you can check that out. Games that work on the PlayStation TV. But that's been like over 50 Vita games. Here's my Vita still on. You can tell how long it took me to do this video. So I enjoyed it a lot. So, you know, are you still playing the Vita? Do you have a favorite Vita game? If you haven't, flicked a like down the bottom, please do. If you haven't commented, subscribed, check out my playlist as I whack the camera of every game that I own. It's over 3,000 games. It's going to take me forever, but hopefully you've enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.